out to the new subs. Shout out to the old subs. No need for the laptop today. No need for the laptop. We got all the notes right here. Last time Pittsburgh and Cleveland played, which was week 8, Pittsburgh won 15-10. Kareem Hunt was out. COVID wasn't hitting as hard as it is now. Last game, Baker Mayfield ran once for 5 yards. They got him at 5.5. I like the over on his rush yards tonight because last game it showed and proved to be a defensive game, and I think he only ran last game once because the pocket wasn't collapsing as much as I think it will now. I like Nick Chubb over for 84.5 rush yards. Last time he ran 16 times for 61 yards. I said Nick Chubb may have been nicked up. I think that was Nick Chubb either first game back from injury or that was the game he got injured in that would keep him out for a couple weeks, if I'm not mistaken. Last game, Austin Hooper caught 4 receptions. He had 6 targets. Caught 4 receptions, 26 yards. Last time these two teams played, so I like the over on the 23.5. Last time these two teams played, Peoples-Jones didn't play, so maybe those targets go elsewhere. You got to remember that as well. But I still like it to be, teams make adjustments. So I'm looking at it to be the same game, but looking for Cleveland to fix what they did wrong, looking for Pittsburgh to fix what they did wrong the last game, So that's why I'm just pointing out the facts. Rashad Higgins, last time these two teams played, 2 catches, 27 yards, 4 targets. Jarvis Landry, 10 targets last game. 5, he caught 5 of them, which is half, for 65 yards. So I like the over on Jarvis Landry. I think they get him open more this time. Maybe 10 targets again. Maybe he completes 80% of them instead of 50% this time. Chris Boswell, the kicker. This was a low-scoring game, so he only had 1 field goal made. The score's going to be higher than 15-10, like last time, due to adjustments. I like the over on the fantasy points for the kicker for Pittsburgh and over on pass yards for Baker Mayfield. Like I said, adjustments will be made. I think it's a bigger scoring game, so I like the over on Cleveland kicker as well. Najee Harris had 26 carries for 91 rush yards, 1 touchdown. He caught 3 passes for 29 yards receiving. He had 3 targets. He caught all 3. Kareem Hunt was out last game. He's out this game. He's doubtful this game. I like the over on Najee Harris rush yards, and I like the over on Najee Harris receiving yards. These are the facts for NBA. The reason why I like the under on Vucevic 12.5 rebounds tonight is because the last time Orlando and Chicago played, Vucevic only had 8 rebounds. Lonzo was in that game. Lonzo was back this game. Lonzo had 4 or 5 rebounds that game. Vucevic, when Lonzo's in, Vucevic let Lonzo get the board so he could take off and get position down on the other end. I've noticed that. Also, Mo Bamba's back tonight. That's another big body taking up that space. He needs 13 rebounds to beat you to red line to the green line if you're going over. I like the under on Vucevic rebounds tonight because with Mo Bamba, Carter Jr., Lonzo back, I don't see Vucevic getting 13 rebounds. I just don't see. Ever since Austin Rivers, he's been getting the minutes, but Austin Rivers, it's a known fact that he's been going under on points ever since he hurt his thumb. His thumb is still hurting. That's why he's questionable tonight. He's probable, but he's questionable. So Austin Rivers has been struggling shooting ever since he injured his thumb. So that's why I like the under on points for Austin Rivers. Ever since Morris has been out and Capazzo's had to take over, Jokic's assist has dropped. That's a fact. His assist has dropped. He has not gone over on assists ever since Morris has been out. Morris is out tonight again. I like the under on Jokic's assist. Rudy Gobert, under 14.5 rebounds. The reason why I like I know he's been on the rebound tear, 2019, 17, all that. The reason why I like the under on Rudy Gobert rebounds tonight is because it's a known fact. Go check yourself. On November the 26th, I don't got to look at no paperwork. I was involved in this game heavily. Had a lot of money involved in these 2 games. So that's why I don't need to look at nothing. Let's drop the bat. I'm going to drop the book. Okay. The reason why I like the under on Rudy Gobert rebounds tonight is because the last time these 2 teams played, first of all, Valanciunas is his first game back. But that's a big body. That's a big boy. On November the 26th and November the 27th, New Orleans and Utah played each other back to back. Rudy Gobert had 10 rebounds that first game. Rudy Gobert had 8 rebounds the second game. Which means he averaged 9 this season against when Valanciunas plays. He averages 9 against the Pelicans. With Josh Hart in there, I like the under on Josh Hart rebounds as well. He only gets 4 to 5, like 4 rebounds on average when these 2 teams play. That's a fact. Valanciunas calls up the paint. You know, it may be a blowout. It may not be. Last time, the 26th, it was close. It was like 96 to 97 finish. But Utah winning by 1. And Gobert only had 10 rebounds. But Valanciunas had 12. The under on Rudy Gobert rebounds and Josh Hart. It's a known fact that Dennis Smith Jr. is back tonight. He's playing tonight. Without Dame, he's averaging 25.5 fantasy points. They got him at 27. The reason why I like the over on Dennis Smith Jr. fantasy points at 27 is because one of those games in the average, he only played 4 minutes. And he's still without Dame in the game. And he's still averaging 25.5 fantasy points. Got to go with the numbers, got to go with the fact. Norman Powell, without Dame, he's averaging 20 points. On average, without Dame, he's averaging 20 points. So I like the over on his points. And he's averaging over 20 points. And CJ McCollum played 3 of those games. He played 3 of those games. Somebody who demands the ball, who uses the ball the most, who has the ball in his hand the most when Dame's out, was playing, and he's still averaging 20 points. So I like the over on Norman Powell points. Andrew Wiggins, 4.5 rebounds. I like the over. Trae Young, he's been over on points 11 out of the last 16 games. Atlanta doesn't have anybody. He's going to have to score. Trae Young has to fire it up. He has to get to that rack. He has to score. So I like his fantasy points, and I like over on his points the most. I think Trae Young gets over 29.5 points. Steven Adams, I like under on his fantasy points because he struggles with fast-paced teams. They're playing Brooklyn tonight. Brooklyn's pretty fast-paced. When you got rebounding guards, Steven Adams always struggles against people who has great rebounding guards, people who play the pick and roll. And Brooklyn just fits the description of everybody that when Steven Adams struggles, who he plays against. You know, he succeeds when playing against more set teams, you know. So I like the under on fantasy points for Steven Adams simply because James Harden is a rebounder who's going to get boards. Ja Morant is going to get boards as well. So Steven Adams still may get boards, but you got Claxton in there. You got that pick and roll with Kevin Durant. Maybe some foul trouble I see. Maybe just not being able to keep up. His coach loves to take him out when he's not able to keep up. So keep that in mind. So that's my core plays for the night. Looking at everything that I said, it's all facts. If you're new to Prize Picks, click the link in the description. Get your first deposit matched up to $100. Also, click the link for free stocks with Webull and a free stock with Robinhood. That's the facts for y'all.